be dead after the work. I know I'm risking my life. I know that in an instant my child will be able.
I know that if you hit me at 45 miles per hour.
All guns will break. At 65, I will die. I will die. I will die. I'm a parent. I am a coach. I am a father.
I'm a mother.
Please, slow down at work zones. More than 30 PA turf workers have died while performing their duties. Please, slow down at work zones.
Feel it? This whole room. And I can feel the air. I can see it. I can see all the molecules. I mean, I'm part of it. Can't you see it?
Any lines? Any forms? Just like the shimmering water, you know.
God made LSD. God made LSD. God made LSD. A lot of people blame Leary for everything that went wrong with psychedelics, but it was really good in the culture. There were links to other places. And out of the people who came, we had 48 problems and 48 satisfactory solutions.
Captivity. But he actually convinced his interpreter or his interrogator to help him escape because the program was trying to get him to open a portal for them and they wanted to control it. And the guy eventually, the interrogator actually pushed him into the portal and had surreptitiously given him back to his own home world, and it ended that guy's career probably.
A portal. Yeah. And what kind of portal are we talking about?
You're talking like it's kind of like a way of opening a wormhole that you can control.
And did they say where this thing was accomplished and how?
I think it was also in reticuli. I think it was another being from the reticuli system.
Right, but the portal. Where's this portal? How is it accomplished?
The portal, I thought, I was trying to think, it sounded like it might have been on the Pacific Northwest or the West Coast area is where this was taking place.
And did they say how the portal was made? Was this made by them?
They had recovered parts of one, and they were trying to complete it, and they were trying to get this being to help them complete the portal so that they could use it for their advantage.
Like a Stargate.
Yeah.
Like a real Stargate.
Correct. Yeah.
He convinced his interpreter that if he didn't get back, and if he didn't get home, really bad things were going to happen. And that guy just kind of felt like, hey, I got kids. And,
right. I don't want society to destroy.
Right. He had some compassion for him.
Yeah.
He's been working with him for a while.
Yeah. So when he got the chance, he was just like, get him in there.
I can't remember all the things. I think they had to keep this entity tied to a chair or something so he couldn't do anything, and that's why he needed the help of the guy that was the interpreter. He had to push him into the portal on the chair that he was tied to.
Built atop knowledge. On top of that knowledge as a foundation, you either have a grasp or an understanding of those principles or you do not. So you either learn what that knowledge means and how it works, or you don't have a deep understanding of that. So these are decision-making, filtering processes. This is the logic step of the trivium. or in the computing analogy model, this would be the processing step. These processes take place in the human mind and are chosen by each individual based upon the available information that they have taken in. So if you haven't done your grammar, or you haven't aggregated your knowledge in step number 1 of this process, you can't possibly do the processing and come to an understanding of it. That's why so many people have no understanding of the principles of the occult sciences, because they haven't even started beginning to learn what the occult is or what it contains. You can't possibly arrive at an understanding of how the universe works if you haven't gathered that knowledge. Then the third step in this process is acting. Actually taking action based upon your understanding. Each individual in a society, each individual's behavior is based upon the quality of their decision-making processes that they exercise in step number 2, which in turn were based on the quality of the available information which they took in. Now again, notice, wisdom is action. It's different than knowledge. It's different than understanding, all right? Knowledge is something that exists inherently, and you can take it in objectively. Understanding is an internal process. It goes on within the self, based upon the knowledge that you've taken in and processed. And then wisdom is action. It's what you do in the world with the knowledge that you have accrued and understood. So again, I put here, or lack thereof, in every one of these blocks. The lack of knowledge is ignorance. The lack of understanding is confusion. And the lack of wisdom is folly. One more level above that is what we get based upon what we've done. What is manifested, what is generated, what do we experience? The manifested reality. It's the quality of the conditions that we experience. And the quality of the condition which manifests collectively in our society, in any society, is based upon the aggregate quality of behavior within that society.
Surprisingly close to U.S. Navy warships. The object seems to be a round metallic shiny sphere moving in a straight line. Anyways, there are conspiracy theories that the moon is an alien base, but this footage just solidified some.
Another day, another moment of awkwardness.
Oh, really?
Oh my god.
Language designed to evade responsibility, make the unpleasant appear pleasant, the unattractive appear attractive. Basically, it's language that pretends to communicate, but really doesn't. It is language designed to mislead while pretending not to.
Is it done consciously?
Oh, yes, very consciously. Doublespeak is not a slip of the tongue or a mistaken use of language. It's exactly the opposite. It is language used by people who are very intelligent and very sophisticated in the use of language and know that you can do an awful lot with language.
Who's the worst offender?
In sheer bulk?
Yes.
Sheer numbers of examples? The government. If we count government from the local level all the way up to the federal level, I had to stop writing the chapter on government doublespeak. It was going to take over the whole book. But interestingly enough, and this was a revelation in doing the book, about a half a step behind comes business with a tremendous amount of doublespeak.
Sue this school board for this and won $3 million.
2 minutes. Sorry. Can you go ahead and with your speech? Not until it's reset to 2 minutes. That your time has begun. No, reset it to 2 minutes. Alrighty. This book is Gay by Juno Dawson was found in a 7th grade class, and it was also on the ELA recommended reading list for 7th graders. I'm going to read from chapter 9, the ins and outs of gay sex. Perhaps the most important skill you will master as a gay or bi man is a timeless classic, the hand job. As it is, you can practice it on yourself. It's no wonder that 92% of CMS graduating seniors aren't college or career ready when you're instructing them on how to give blowjobs and handies instead of teaching them how to add and subtract. Superintendent, any teacher that puts material like this on his or her bookshelf is either a bad teacher or a pedophile who brings to do. 10 minutes are up. Thank you.
New York City is one of the greatest psyops of all time. It has been carefully marketed for decades as the ultimate dream city, the place where ambitious, creative, intelligent people go to make it. But in reality, it's a self-replicating illusion designed to trap people in a cycle of struggle, survival, and self-justification. It convinces people that suffering is necessary for success, that the stress, exhaustion, and loneliness prove that they're strong. It sells an identity so deeply that even when people are miserable, they won't leave, because leaving means admitting the dream was a lie. This is how the PSYOP works. They market New York as a status symbol. The media makes you believe that being in New York equals success, no matter how much you're struggling. They glamorize the suffering. People wear their stress as a badge of honor, brag about how much they're working, and romanticize the grind. They make you think leaving equals failure. This keeps people mentally trapped, even when they know deep down that they want to leave. And the wildest part, New York doesn't tragically. It's not just a city, it's a mental prison disguised as freedom. Now that you see through it, you can walk away fully free. New York was never the dream. You are. The energy, the power, the magnetism you thought New York would give you, you already had it. Now tell me, where do you take that power next?
I just bit a Democrat. I had to lick my ass for an hour to get rid of the taste. Feminist.
I use my mom's last name instead of my father's.
Me. You mean your grandfather's last name? A patient cured is a customer lost.
Frontier systems suffered an operational failure caused by what they're calling a technical glitch, resulting in, I want you to hear me say it, a nationwide ground stop. Thousands of passengers were stranded at airports across the entire United States. Passengers were urged by Frontier to basically check the outage status via their Frontier app and website, but here's where it gets weird though. Could this just be another random airline issue, or is there something bigger at play? Now, the point I want to make about this is we also had outages of ChatGPT and DeepSeek today as well. Then at the same time, and I'm going to break this down for you, in another really shocking development, Belgium shut down its airspace as well. They're calling it a technical issue with their air traffic control system. They basically have a system called SCIAS, I think is how you say it, but it's this air traffic control system, and it experienced a failure that impacted their air traffic management. So all of Belgium shut down their airspace. This caused multiple flight cancellations, and they even had diversions all across Europe. But the exact cause they were never able to figure out. Why are both U.S. airlines like Frontier and then an entire European country's airspace shutting down at the exact same time? So is this just some random glitch, or is there something else at play?
The interesting thing is that in the days after the Google Maps photos went viral, the feds announced that they had uncovered a $200 million smuggling operation happening in the ports of Los Angeles. This involved counterfeit goods coming from China, and it was happening in these containers that are similar to the ones that we saw at the plot. What was happening was, instead of going to secondary inspection sites, corrupt truck drivers were taking the containers to off-site warehouses where they would remove the contraband and apply new counterfeit seals. This involved warehouse owners, truck drivers, and logistic companies working together to defy US custom laws. So 8 people have been arrested and charged, but the lead defendant, who apparently controls several logistic companies, is still at large. We know this kind of thing is going on. Of course, worse things happen as well, and we just have to hope that the right people are working on it.
Jesus' return if it wasn't important. I believe what's happening with Israel, what's happening with the church, and what's happening in the natural world all indicate that we're in the last of the last days. I have been spending weeks, I've been spending literally a month digging, reading Dead Sea Scrolls. I've been reading Church Fathers. I've been reading so much to prepare for this, and I still feel, pardon me, I've scratched the surface. When it comes to the prophetic scriptures, the second coming of Jesus, the end times, these are truths that are hidden. Here's what I've been wanting to get to the whole podcast.